I'm doing good, and yourself?
I'm hanging in there. Tired, but I'm hanging in there.
I bet. I bet you are. You are a busy woman, and you have a lot going on.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I'm happy that you came on the show and agreed to talk to me because I do have a lot of questions for you.
Yes, I'm ready.
So,
Let's go.
so how I do things, I ask questions off the cuff. I do not write down my questions. I just go with vibes. I drink. I smoke. I'm not gonna smoke on here, but that's what I do. So
Okay.
just chill. It's a conversation, and that's it.
Got
So
it. I drink apple juice.
I got one. I'll drink for the both of us.
Yes.
All right. So tell everybody who you are, what genre you write in, and anything else you want them to know before we get started.
I am author K. Renee, and I write urban fiction. I'm a comedic writer. You'll get all the feels with my books. It's comedic, it's drama, it's love. I'm a publisher. Um, I have about, I want to say, I don't lost count, 26, 27 authors on my team.
Damn.
Um, authors grow and they leave the company, which is a good thing because they can stand on their own. So we have that. But for the most part, we've actually had up to 50 authors on the team.
How
Hmm.
do Okay, see you done started. Now I got questions running through my head. How do you maintain having that how do you maintain having that level of responsibility for so many authors plus doing your own shit?
Yeah. Well, I liken my own stuff because I want to make sure that, like, for the year of 2023, I didn't put out as much. And it
Mhm.
showed because I was doing more of the publisher work, putting out my app or getting my app up to par to come out, and the Literary Gem Awards. So,
Mm,
doing all of those things kind of put writing for me in a space of on the back end. So,
yeah.
but I want to make sure when I have those type of authors, that many, want to
Hmm.
make sure that we're on the same page, that they have everything they need to succeed. And I have an open door policy. There is no assistant that you have to go through to get to me.
Damn,
Sit
that's
on the,
good.
I'll sit on the phone with my authors all day. Sometimes I have to, like, dang, we've been on this phone for a long time, so we got to go and write and do other things. But yeah, I'm real close
So
to my authors.
you have longevity in the literary world, especially the indie literary world. So what made you come into writing, and what is your secret to the longevity that you have here now?
Well, when I started writing, I was a reader first. And
Mm.
I think we all kind of fall into those as authors. We've either read or been writing personally, just writing books and not putting them out, or writing on different apps, and then becoming an author. But I was a reader and decided one day that I wanted to give it a try.
Yeah.
And I wrote the first book, Love by a Billionaire.
Mm. Now you write romance, but you be writing some shit getting kicked off in the damn books.
A lot. A
So
lot.
what called you to urban romance, and what made that like a thing you wanted to go into? What
Oh,
was the motivation?
on the other side of me, I'm crazy. Like, I'm hilarious. I like to have fun. I've seen some things in life, and
Mm-hmm.
life experiences. And people meet me all the time. Like, wait a minute, you okay, Renee? Like, you talk proper. And I was like, well, I'm not supposed to speak, but I've seen things, and but urban is just where it's at for me. I like it. I would like to teeter the lines of writing soft romance, but I don't know if I can hang in there and do it because I'm ready to kill somebody. I'm ready to take somebody the hell out. So I don't know if that'll work for me.
I after reading your books, I don't think I could see that. I
Right.
really I
Not
don't.
right.
The cartel book that I was all
Lynch
into that.
Carter. Hmm.
Yeah, I was all into that, and I'm like, you saying that, and I'm thinking about what you wrote.
Yeah.
It don't correlate.
Mm-mm.
So
Nope.
let me ask you this: as a black woman
Mm-hmm.
in this, just in literary period,
Mm-hmm.
how hard has it been for you to maintain a level of professionalism,
Mm.
but at the same time want to just, ugh,
Hard. Very hard. Hard.
how do you combat all the bullshit that comes along
I
with?
sometimes I let it go.
Mhm,
But sometimes I speak out. So
mhm,
and it's not to say, hey, sometimes I just got to do what I got to do. You
yeah,
can't just talk to me any kind of way and think it's gonna flow with me. It just doesn't work like that. I'm not a mean person.
mhm,
I'm a really cool person. I'm a sweetheart, but I'm crazy. I curse. I curse a lot. People don't know that, but I go.
I've been wondering why you ain't been cussing on here, because that's all I do. That's all
I
I do.
I go off a lot.
Yeah,
But I'm just one of those laid back people, and I'm cool until I'm not. And
yeah, yeah,
um, but and then I have to remember what kind of family I come from and who my relation to like my family. Some of my family members are judges.
mm-hmm,
My husband's a lawyer.
mm,
And things that my uncle is into. The people that I rub elbows on one side, and then the people I rub elbows on the other side, they don't mesh. So I
yeah,
have to remember when I'm on these social medias that you're a vice president of a scholarship foundation over here, and
mm-hmm,
then you write urban fiction over here, and you slanging and banging, and then you got people that hate on you for whatever reason, and it just
yeah,
comes with the territory. And I'm cool with that. Hate all you want, because I'm still gonna move in the directions that God laid out for me to move in, or move in the directions that I want to move in. So
right.
if somebody's hating on me, it's not gonna.
How do you deal with that? I deal with it so much to the point that I done became numb
Mm-hmm.
of it, but
It irritates me.
yeah,
Sure. It irritates me for sure. And I go off a lot, and it's I always say, dang, how can somebody hate on you? They don't even know you. You don't know my walk, you don't know my path, you don't know what I've been through, you don't know what kind of things it's going to, affect me. So how can you hate on somebody you've never met? But in this industry I've learned that it doesn't matter who you are.
mm,
Um they gonna hate on you for being you.
mm.
It's just the name of the game.
So you have this app, because I want to touch so many bases with you, because you have a lot going on. So
Hmm.
I don't even think I can get to everything you got going on, but you have a lot going on.
Hmm.
People will say, Storm, you busy as fuck all the time. Not compared to you, but you have this app in which I'm so intrigued about, because I always ask authors all the time if there was something other than Amazon,
Oh,
something other than KU, would you transfer to that so the readers will focus solely on you?
yeah.
Could you explain to us what that app is?
So the app, it's a reading app, of course. And one thing I wanted to do is I wanted to kind of bring. It's been done before. I'm not the first person to do this, right?
Mm-hmm.
By trying to create a reading app, and I
Mm-hmm.
may not be the last person to do this,
Mm-hmm.
but I wanted to do something where, right, we have other avenues or resources where we can go to put our work on, and not have to deal with Amazon's bullshit. So
Mm-hmm.
um, I met with some developers, and created this app. The app is almost complete. Well, we'll say it is complete. However, when we're going through the testing phase, and I'm not Amazon and I don't have Amazon's money,
Mm,
right? So the quality of the app when we're reading a book, it has to be at least up to par for me,
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
and have certain things. And when we were going through and testing the books, my books are loaded into the app right now, and those are the books we're testing on. It didn't look right to me, and
Mm,
so, and I said to the developers, as much money as I've paid to have this app developed, I will not put this out for someone else to go in here and say, hey, and it'll be another negative thing that you got to say, or someone will say about K Renee and what she's done.
right.
We won't do that. Nothing's perfect. So I know that. And I know that we're going to run across some things when the app goes live, but we want to be, you know, close to having it put together. The app's dope. It really is. It has a social media side,
Mm,
and it has a reading app side. So there's two sides to this app. You can It's just like Instagram and Facebook. You can go on, make posts. Um, there are rooms and groups that you can create. It's just as an author, the authors will be the ones that will be able to create rooms and groups.
mm,
We'll have something on there called the Literary Lounge where the authors will go on and we'll post a drink for the day in the lounge. So it may be Mimosa Monday or Henny Tuesday, or and and it'll the recipe for the drink will be posted, and it could be like, for instance, author, say Lisa Austin is coming to host the literary lounge for the day or night, and so
mm,
when she comes on, it's everything Lisa Austin.
mm. I like
Um,
that.
and then you'll have your drink that she posted or that we posted to converse with Lisa Austin.
All I
Hmm.
ask is when you have your lunch party, have me there with a microphone so I can interview people.
Okay,
That's all I ask.
I think we're gonna do it in Philly.
That's close enough to Chicago. So
Yeah.
that's, that's all I ask.
Yeah, it's only like an hour and a half flight from Philly. Yeah.
So, say less.
Yep.
But with all that you have and all that you are giving to the literary world, what are you pouring in yourself?
Um. Well, I think it's just a fulfillment of, because when this app starts and these things start, all these different, say for instance the Gem Awards. I hope people don't think that we make money off the Gem Awards, because we don't. I'm always in one of those situations where I'm paying 15 and 20 grand over out of my
Mm,
pocket to make the Gem Awards work. And same thing for the app. It won't kick off overnight for this to bring in some type of revenue for me as an
mm-hmm,
author and for the authors that sign on. So we got to figure out a way and brainstorm on how this will work for all of us. And that's one, to get the readers on the app
mm,
and make things beneficial for the reader
mm-hmm.
and for the author, because we're trying as a whole to really make this work for the authors, really to make some money, and the readers to get their enjoyment.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So you have the Jam Awards and your what is the book signing called?
The K Renee experience.
The K Renee Experience. How
Mhm.
long have you been doing that?
I started the K Renee experience was technically supposed to be for my team,
Mm,
right? And with that experience, you go to these book events, and they they have like meet and greet parties. When I was doing it, when I first started coming into the industry, and I was seeing they was having like these, not even a meet and greet party, but just everybody getting together. For those that I've experienced, I hadn't been to every one of them, but it wasn't one of those where you get to actually um give an experience.
mm,
So the meet and greet becomes like a nice event,
mm-hmm,
where you're drinking and eating and just dining, a dress up event,
mm-hmm.
and I kicked off in Dallas, Texas, at the Omni Hotel. The Omni Hotel is an experience.
It
Um,
is. They got one in Chicago.
right. And they're very nice. And so I wanted to start having them in the hotels and just giving out these really nice parts. I had one in Miami where I rented a chartered bus, and the bus took the authors from the hotel that we were staying in to a nice venue that I rented out and had catered and food, and we it was a very nice event. So that was what I and then I went and found one of the models that the influencers that I used as one of my characters
Mm.
and had him come to Miami. So, and everybody knows him. He's real Fredo vibes. I think he is on Instagram, and he was my truth character in
Mm.
Truth and Gates book. A real one captured my heart. But I try to give those experiences. So it started off as my team, but I said, you know what? Why don't I? When even having a team, everybody didn't come. Then because had to travel, and we had about 5 or 6 cities that we
Mm-hmm.
were going to go from. So I just opened it up to the authors to come and be a part of it. But now I don't do many K Renee experiences because of the Gem Awards. I just added in.
No, I was about to say what? Why? Okay.
Yep, I just added into the weekend, and that's the only K Renee experience I do.
So why is it important to have the Gem Awards? And what is the Gem Awards? What does it stand for?
The Literary Gem Awards is something for us. It's created for us by us. I didn't see anyone really giving um, celebrating these authors. There was, we see certain things that were online
Mm-hmm.
where you have the online acknowledgments, and that's
Yeah.
absolutely amazing. Because if we didn't have those, then we wouldn't have anything to recognize these authors. But as a whole, the authors coming together outside of the book events and being awarded and celebrated, there was nothing. And so I said, well, what if I'm always thinking, mine's always moving. And I said, what if I put together, even if it's just something small,
Mm-hmm.
celebrate the authors? It's just a weekend where we can all come together and just have a good time, be
Yeah.
celebrated, get your awards, and just party. Nothing more, nothing less. And now with the Gem Awards, I can't. We'll be there all night if I had an award for every single author in
Yeah.
the. It is absolutely impossible to do.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
we had, I get flack on that every year. The negativity rolls in every year around that, and it's nothing against anyone, but it's just picking those people. And I'm not the one that. I don't know why people think I'm the one that actually picks the authors. I do not pick the authors. It is a team, a committee
Mm.
submits names of authors, and we watch charting all year long. We watch reviews. We watch the authors as they interact. All of those things take a part of what the Gem Awards is and how the authors are selected, and then they're scored.
Yeah.
And so my score that I give an author may not be the same score that one of the other committee members give an author. And so that makes it to where we're not being biased.
Yeah.
We're not cheating or, it's just that. No, there's no possible way to cheat the Gem Awards in selection. We have thousands of names that are submitted, but the only person that's going to make those 7 or 10 slots is the authors with the highest point, and that's how it goes.
I just want to say that with I know with me and Shannon's event, you are the blueprint and foundation that we can do our own award show.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I just want to say that. Didn't
I
want
appreciate it. I wanted to go to Houston so bad, but my mom fell and broke her neck, And I have been, because I'm the only one in the family that can move freely and
Mm,
work anywhere. I've either, I've been there from day one that she fell and stayed in the hospital, and, you know,
yeah.
just flying back and forth to Georgia. And I knew that I had to fly back this past week, be there this past weekend. And I was like, oh my goodness, I wanted to go. And I was trying to figure out how to work it out. But, I knew I was going to be transporting her back here to,
Well, there is other events.
yeah,
Family is always a priority before
yeah,
any other thing.
absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So, and at the rate we going, shit, there are gonna be other events.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying? We're more on a smaller scale. And I want to keep it that way. I don't do that big shit. Y'all got it.
But I want to support it. So whatever you guys got going and I can fit my time and schedule into it, I'm there. I want to
So,
support it.
so tell me about the Jam Awards and the K Renee experiences that is happening next year in Atlanta. Tell,
July,
tell me about that.
yeah, July 18th through the 21st. We're still in the planning process. I at first wanted to have it at the Fox Theater. The Fox
Hmm.
Theater is just giving me a hard time. When we put together the Gym Awards, we try to keep it on a scale that we've of elegance and just giving them a good time. New Orleans has just been a staple to the Gym Awards, and everybody hate to kind of see it leave New Orleans. But the Gym Awards actually was meant to actually travel around.
That's what's up.
State
I
to
like
state.
that. Uh-oh.
My sister was calling FaceTime from state to state. So she keeps calling. um, from state to state. And so we ended up having to do it in New Orleans.
Uh-oh. I can't hear you. I can't hear you.
And so then I said, at first I thought it was so much negativity wrapped around it. And I was like, I'm not going to keep doing something. It's not about appreciating what I'm doing. It's
Hmm.
nobody else is really doing it. So I'm glad to see other people now stepping into the arena and trying to celebrate these authors in other ways. However, if you're going to be negative about something,
Hmm.
then maybe you should do it. You know what I'm saying? Just you get out there, put your money into it, and you host an award show. That's how you do it. If you don't like the way somebody runs their show or how they do business, go take your money, spend it, and put on your own show and do it the way you want to do it. And that's the attitude that I have with it going forward. But when we go to Atlanta, we're gonna have a great time. The Gym Awards is gonna be that Saturday night.
Hmm.
The K Renee experience is going to be Saturday morning, as always. It's ran that way in back for the last two, so we'll have about 3 to 4 hours during from I think it's from 9 to 1
Hmm.
with the K Renee experience, and then we go on our way and do the Gym Award that evening.
Yeah.
Um, Friday night is our meet and greet, and it's always a themed meet and greet, so we don't know what that theme will be.
Hmm.
But and Sunday is our closeout brunch,
Mm.
and I don't know. It's gonna all right. Is Corey Bell, the comedian Corey Bell from Chicago?
Hmm. I know he is.
Mm-hmm. Corey will be the host of the Gym Awards. Does a phenomenal job. She's did all of the Gym Awards in from the first one to the second one, and she'll be in Atlanta. We had Tyler Lepley, the actor, co-host with her last year. I don't know who I'm going to get. I have some options and people that I've been speaking to, but it's all about the money.
If you ever get Trevante Rhodes, just know that I want to buy all the tickets because I don't want nobody near him but me.
Oh man,
I'm saying.
we have been in talks with a lot of people, so we'll see.
So, how do you maintain a level of consistency with putting on events, being a publisher, being a writer, being an app owner, being a wife, being a mother, being all these things above,
I
and keep it consistent?
I try to be as consistent as possible. It's hard. But in some of those things you'll lack.
Mm,
There's a lacking somewhere, and that lacking is with me writing my own
mm,
books. Um, and my husband, being a wife, my husband understands, and he has his own thing because he's a criminal attorney. So
mm.
he's always gone in the courtroom, always studying, looking at his cases, even when he comes home. So there's that line of work, and then how do we come together and spend time and things like that. And then
Right.
because there are times, even when he was in law school, I find myself climbing the stairs at like going up the stairs 1, 2 o'clock with my laptop in my hand, and I go into the bedroom and he's in the bed with his laptop, and so we just join, both get into bed with our laptop, still like 1, 2 a.m. in the morning. People don't understand it. It says it was a saying that we would always say, while you're sleeping, we're thinking and working in
Mm.
order to progress. So we tell our kids that all the time. Sometimes we build in the midnight hour.
I ain't
Why?
been asleep yet since I started all this shit. I forgot what the fuck sleep was.
Yeah, we build in the midnight hour while you're sleeping, and getting that beauty rest.
Yeah.
But it's hard. It's hard having all of those things that you do. Um, for me as an author, it's trying to kind of keep it all together.
Yeah.
But I don't want my authors to ever think that I'm, not there for them. Like 10 minutes prior to me coming on this live, I had an author that reached out, my author, and I said, I got to take at least 5 minutes to call her back and see what she wanted. And it just pour into her just
Yes.
for those 5, 10 minutes. So that's what she needed at that moment.
Now,
You know, I had to prepare for this.
what does an author have to do to get your attention?
It's hard to get my attention sometimes because I might leave you, and then I don't mean to do it on purpose. But there are when you're not friends with me, and you send me a message, it goes into like a spam folder on Facebook.
Yeah.
So I'm not, ignoring anyone, but it's hard sometimes to get my attention if you're trying to do it that way. The best way to do it is because I may never see your message if it's in spam because they don't notify you that, and I don't know. Sometimes I know now to go check it sometimes, but back then they don't notify you that you have messages in there. It just goes there. So,
Yeah.
but either that, you gotta just hit me up, so submit or try to maybe reach out to one of my other authors to get my attention. That is a way. Hey, I've been trying to reach her, blah blah blah, and they'll tell you it may take a few days for me to get back to you, but at some point I will.
Now, you signed Cartier.
Mm-hmm.
How's that? Last time I talked to him was the interview I did with him last year.
Mm-hmm.
So, having a male author, how do you work with that? You know what I'm saying? Because we're in a romance field where it's mainly females.
Mm-hmm.
So now you have this male, which who writes nasty as shit, and you know what I'm saying he comes in. How do you pour into him and push his creativity?
Well, with Cartier, we haven't. He just joined the team not long
Mm-hmm.
ago, so we haven't had time to actually sit down. That is something like really sit down and go into his work.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and so that is something that I plan on doing because I do have these 101s. But like I said, Cartier just actually joined us not long ago. So with K Renee Publications, I actually shut down my company starting like around November 1st. And I don't accept any submissions because those are our learning months. I call
Mm.
it. So I'll have the editors, or I'll hire editors to come in and do classes with
Mm.
my team. We're actually a little behind this year because we didn't have one. So it'll probably for this year, run into January for us. But it is different having a male on the team, and it was hard for me to say, hey, because I don't want to be biased to say, or prejudice against men authors and say, oh, I just want to have women. I
Mm-hmm.
do want to work with men, but I have to be selective on that end because everybody can't mesh together, if that makes sense. But
Yeah.
Cartier's dope. I think he's a dope person, and just getting into his writing skill and learning him as an author is something that we will actually get into and see where we can take him because he's a really, really, really dope author. I'm
He
actually
is.
planning to rebrand and take my authors in another direction as well, all of them. So just doing some one-on-ones with them, reading their work. Like we did this project called The House That Gotti Built.
I saw that.
That is a phenomenal project. It is. If you haven't read The House That Gotti Built, and if you don't know my processes behind the scenes, there
Uh-huh.
is a whole 15 to 18 page write up about how I want the projects to go. And
Damn.
I give them the backstories on, the different people like Gotti and Wintercrest. Like I created this whole town and getting also help from my authors. Hey, what do you think about certain authors, not all, but hey, what do you think about this, and give me this idea. And the authors, like I had one author that actually came up with the house that Gotti built. Hey, what do you think about this? And I said, oh, that's dope. But there's certain significant, certain details about how she suggested that they went. It didn't mesh because it was like, well, if it goes this way, it doesn't work. So I had to kind
Mm-hmm.
of rethink all of it and put it out there, and I wrote it up, and the authors took off. And I do things at the last minute. I add. I say, hey, we got to be more inclusive when I'm reading these books, and we read them. Myself, I read some of them, and my staff on the back end, we read some, and I said they're not working. This is not working. We got to be more inclusive to Gotti.
Mm.
And so I started adding little things like I sent a cake and the characters didn't know where the cake was coming from. Um, they didn't know who Gotti was. They've never seen him a day in their lives. But they worked and ran drugs for him and, did all these other things. But they didn't know the details of who he was. And when you read The House That Gotti Built, it throws you for a loop because he's a baker.
Now I gotta go read this. What the fuck you? What? A baker?
Hmm.
He's not a mafia cartel.
He baked cakes.
Oh, I thought that was like his hitman name, Baker.
Yeah, I mean that ain't even his name for the cakes. It's
Oh,
Cakes by Da Vinci, but yeah, he's something. He's definitely a hit man.
I gotta read this series. So when you read this series, you have to start from the first one.
You do. Well, you don't, but you do. It makes sense to start so that you can get the feels of like your. I've told a lot, but a lot of people have already read The House That Gotti Built.
Yeah.
So they know they're waiting on season 2 to come out, and I created it like that, which will probably be like March before it comes out. I have so much on my schedule.
Let me tell you, you can tell me all the spoilers in the book. I'm still gonna read it because the way I look at it is we are not gonna have the same opinion about that book.
Nope. Mm-mm.
So a spoiler don't do shit for me.
No. I'm telling
Spoiler
you,
don't
you
do
you learn
nothing.
a lot from reading my book. You learn who he is because up until you get to my book, everything's a mystery to the readers, to the author. Well, the authors know, but of course to their characters.
Yeah.
Even now that Gotti has appeared in my book, and the readers now know who he is. The
Yeah.
characters from the other books don't know who he is. They still don't know who he is, and actually has been in the and have been in the room with him.
Yeah, I gotta read this.
He's tough. He's very tough.
I gotta read this. This is gonna be my next week's reads. I gotta
Yes,
read this. Cause I like a good I don't know who the fuck somebody is.
he's
And
good.
then when
Yeah,
you find out you shook
yeah,
up. Yeah, I like that. I like that. All
yeah.
right. So do you think being in the romance world, you know how you have people that will be like, oh, urban fiction is too hood. But they
Mm-hmm.
forgot there's a such thing as street lit.
Mm-hmm.
And then they'd be like, urban fiction is not enough romance, but if you want all that, that's what contemporary is for.
Right.
How do you feel about so many people of our color? I ain't talking about the palms. I'm talking
Mm-hmm.
about our color coming in on certain. I don't give a damn what app it is on social media and saying these derogatory things towards black authors only.
I hate it because you don't know what that. I mean, what it takes to just put out your work,
Mm,
irregardless to whether you like it or not. You don't have to get. If you're going to give me constructive criticism, give it to me. I'll take it.
right.
Everybody's not going to like you, or I mean, you as a person shouldn't even be involved in this. You as the author are in your work should only be involved, and then when you're giving your reviews and your insight on a book or what an author has written, you don't have to be nasty about it,
Mm,
right? You don't have to degrade the author. You can say what you feel. Your opinion is your opinion, but there's a way to talk to people. It's a way to relay a message. And
mm,
if regardless if you liked it, some people could move on and not
yeah.
say anything. It's easy to just move on.
Yeah.
You feel like, hey, I need to give some I really like this author, but I really feel like this author could move in a direction or write could well one thing you can't come to me and tell me how to write a story.
Mm,
You can't do that.
yeah.
So but you can come to me and say, "Hey, Kay, I found this in the book," or "Hey, Kay, you know, if can I, give you some type of constructive criticism?" Absolutely. But if you're gonna come and tell me my book is trash and I can't write, how about your ass go write it?
I think a lot of readers don't understand the concept of constructive criticism.
Right,
The word constructive bypasses them so much.
right.
Uh, I'm a reader, but I also have common sense.
Mm-hmm.
And me as a human being, I
Mm-hmm.
would not want someone to say some off the cuff crazy shit to me
Yeah, absolutely.
about something that I put my heart and soul into.
Right,
But
right.
I would like them to pull me to the side
Absolutely,
and say X, Y, and Z, but
absolutely,
say it in a conversational way.
absolutely. Something that's gonna help.
Right.
It's the way all about the way of the delivery. That's it.
Yes.
It's the way you
Yes.
deliver it. You can say and get your point across, but it's that delivery of come and talk to me with some respect.
Yeah.
Even when you leave the review, you don't have to degrade the author because that's our living. This is how we make our bread. But hold on, there's another part of that. And I love my authors, right? But you don't have to go degrade the reader too, because they're the ones that's actually making sure that you're eating. You know what I mean?
Mm.
So it goes both ways. So what I love my readers. And then if I may have one or two that's disrespectful in my group or may come at
Mm.
me, hey baby, move on. You don't have to be a part of the K Renee vibe, or there are so many other authors out there that you
Yeah.
can go read. Because if I'm not your taste, then there's somebody out there for you.
I
But the
feel
authors don't have to, disrespect the readers, and the readers don't have to disrespect the authors.
I feel like when it comes to the author disrespecting the readers, there's a time and place to be in a reader space.
Absolutely.
And a lot of authors put their emotions too much into it because they forget there are readers that really love your work.
Right. Really love
And,
you.
but they pinpoint on those idiots that disrespected them.
Right.
I
And
ain't saying,
I get why they're angry. You know,
yeah,
we go back to that disrespect part. You know, because
yeah,
we're all, as authors, we're sensitive about our shit, right?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
But it's that coming to me in a respectful way, and I'll give it back to you in a respectful way. We'll have a conversation, you know. But if you come with that rah 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 shit, it doesn't always work like that, and that goes for an author and a reader.
Yeah, yeah. I had just made a video because of Jaquel J. Um,
She's dope. She's dope.
yeah, they came in her DMs because of her book not releasing on the time frame that she said it will release. And it
Mm-hmm.
was just to me as a reader, reviewer, however you want to call me, I just kept saying, "Are you bitches cool?"
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because as a reader, you know Amazon fucks with the authors a lot.
A lot.
So if she said the date was this date and it hadn't came out, it ain't on her. Unless she said it's on her. It's on Amazon. And
Yeah,
to
once we turn it over, that's it.
be disrespectful and say, "Hey, where the book at?" She is not your maid. She
Mm-hmm.
is not your servant. Are you cool?
Because what happens is when we put the book up, Amazon says it will can take up to 72 hours for release. So we're
Mm-hmm.
blessed sometimes that they release our books like in the like after midnight or a few hours after we put it up and it goes into review.
Mm-hmm.
Um sorry, my husband just came home from work. And so we're blessed to have that. But they don't have to.
Mm-hmm.
It's right there when we actually submit it. It may take 72 hours for this book to go live.
Right.
And I don't think readers know that portion of it. Some may, some may not. But when it goes in a review, it's once we turn it over and it's in review, it's on Amazon.
Because sometimes they'll reject y'all.
Yep, absolutely.
And y'all have to resubmit.
One time
But
I had an author where it took almost a week.
the thing about it is, I just want to say this to any reader that's on here right now. Remember one thing: it's fiction. You
Mm-hmm.
ain't never gonna get that man. You ain't never gonna get that man or woman in that book. Okay. Um, I understand that crime bitch that came on here talking about you be delusional. Don't be delusional. Don't do it. Cause y'all have lost the plot of the story. Just saying. Now, you have helped so many people in your journey into the literary world. Why is it always important to pour into people while you're coming up?
Because you wanted as an author, first of all, I was a new author too.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
You know? And so when I came into the industry, I didn't know anything. I didn't have any fans. I just didn't. I had to learn. I had a publisher and she gave me a lot of things to go off on, but there are certain things that I had to actually go out there and learn on my own, right?
mm-hmm,
So, but somebody poured into me
mm-hmm,
along the way. And so I feel like I could do that too for another author, pour into them, even if I'm just sharing their work or sharing their things on my, inside my group, or just giving some type of advice. If that's going to help them move forward,
yeah.
or leaving my inbox open and say, hey, just reach out to me if you have any questions. That's happened before. Plenty of times authors that are not even signed to my company come and ask me questions in my inbox that even may be signed to another publisher, right?
Mm-hmm,
But I'm not going to turn you away. I'm going to answer your question and move on. And, I've built a lot of relationships in this industry. And I'm not going to say friendships, but relationships, whether they be cordial relationships or where we just speak and, just the authors that are just cordial with each other, or some solid friendships. I
Right.
don't have many, but there are a lot of authors out here that I absolutely adore. And half of them I don't even speak to, but I actually adore them, just off of their work ethic and
Facts.
seeing them moving in the industry that is so hard to get through.
Yeah.
And people, well, I remember when I got my first number one, it was in the first series that I ever wrote on my third book.
Mm.
It was over controversy of the book that got me those readers. And people say, "Oh, you're lucky." No, I was blessed.
Mm.
It sometimes doesn't work for everybody,
Yeah.
right? It takes authors, they could be in this industry for 10 years and they still haven't hit that level of success.
Mm.
And so I wish that for everybody. It's just what it is. Because guess what? And my whole thing is, my book is probably only going to be a 5 to 6 hour read, sometimes less than that. So once they read me, where are they going to go? They just going to sit there in idle stance waiting for K. Renee to release another book. How is it
Yeah.
going to hurt you if they go read another author?
Facts.
How is
Facts.
it going to even hurt you? So why not share if I make this type of money in this industry, right? And I have, but this is just not. I've, I've, I'm successful in this industry, right? I feel like I can drop a cookbook and it'd be 0 pages, words on the pages inside, and they'll go read it. That's just what it is, right? And as an author, you're going to have those levels of up and down, right?
Mm.
I'm no better than the next author.
Right.
And
Right.
I don't even see myself that way. But I do know that these things have happened. I can put out a book. I know that my readers are going to go read it. It doesn't matter if I hit number one. I know that I'm going to make money off of those books,
Right.
right? And I've seen levels of success. I've seen levels of income that I probably would have never seen had I not written these books, right? And so what is that going to hurt me to let make sure that another author at some point is seeing those same levels by helping, by introducing them
Yeah.
to the readers in my group, or hey, go read this. I wish I had the time to do spotlights.
Mm.
I was doing them, but it's so heavy. It's so much that I have going on, so I'm trying to find other ways
Yeah.
to help out.
But
That
you are doing other things because you're doing the Jam Awards.
the
You're
Jim
doing the
Board,
K.
right?
Renee experience. You have this publishing company. Those are
Mm-hmm.
things that you are spotlighting authors. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely. Mm-hmm.
So it to me, you and what you just said, and it goes back to Kenya Wright. You know who she is?
Mm-hmm. Heard of her? Mm-hmm.
Kenya Wright is an interracial romance author.
Mm-hmm.
And she came, I interviewed her, and she told me
Mm-hmm.
she started from, she got out the military, divorced, was on welfare, living with a mother who was on drugs, trying to take care of her kids, and she wrote a book. Nothing happened. She wrote another book. Nothing happened. She wrote that third book. She it went number one.
Yes.
She started making money. Now she's an independent author that makes six figures. You know what I'm saying? But and travels the world with her kids as a nomad author. But it's people like you and her, that Tiffany Patterson, stuff like that, that makes people Kennedy Ryan,
Mm-hmm.
it makes people want to work for it.
Got it.
Then you have some who feel like they are owed it and they haven't put in the work.
Mm-hmm.
I noticed, and I don't want to bring up all that bullshit that went on Facebook, but I noticed that people who are unappreciative of those who are successful, they tend to cause drama.
Mm-hmm.
How do you weave through that? because it's sometimes even myself. Well, I'm gonna take myself out the situation because I'm a psychopath, but uh, but sometimes it might become overwhelming
It
when
is.
you're trying to when you have the best intentions
Yeah.
because people lie, people
Hmm.
are con artists, people
Hmm.
are scammers, people do so much crazy shit, and it makes it look bad on indie authors and indie publishing companies. How do you weed through that shit?
It's really hard to do. So I found myself, no lie, even though I, try to be nice and, or just speak up for myself, I find myself, I mean, through this gym award process, I done found myself praying. I said, God, why do you put me through
Yeah.
this? You know, and it's been to a point where even my husband says, you can. He said, I will not put or allow you to put any more of our money
Mm-hmm.
to a industry that don't even like you,
Mm.
and you should see the um. And I was like, well, you can't say that, pushing through like me rebelling against that. You can't
Mm.
say that because it's I don't give a shit about those that don't like me.
Mm-hmm.
But it's hurtful when you're doing it out of the for the greater good.
Yeah. Yeah.
I ain't getting shit. I'm not getting anything out of it.
Tell me about it.
And I understand where he was coming from with that.
Mm-hmm.
Because you should have seen me last year. I said, hey, can you give the gym awards 10 grand? Who does that?
I can tell you right now, mine won't. He already be on some bullshit. Like, what the fuck?
So it's those are the things, that I fight for the industry. Just saying, I'm doing it for the ones that want it, that
Yeah.
want to be there, want to have a good time, want to come together, and just be. Even if you were not nominated, why can't you celebrate your pen sister or your pen brother? Why can't you come to the industry that you're in and celebrate it?
Because people have FOMO to the point that okay, people say that they will have FOMO, but they're really jealous. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of time, and I have not been in this longer than you.
Right.
I'm just coming into this shit, and I done been through more shit,
Mm,
done learned more lessons
absolutely. You
than
learn
a
it.
little bit. As an
Hmm.
influencer, a reviewer, and a podcaster, I'm
Right.
like, God damn.
Hi, everybody. Hello. I didn't get a chance to speak to everybody.
Hey,
Hello.
I just believe people use the excuse that because everybody else is doing, they want to do it. But
Hmm.
that's just their easy way into being bullies,
Hmm.
trolls, assholes,
Hmm.
and showing their jealousy more.
Right.
It's unfortunate, especially because the majority of them are black. It's unfortunate,
Hmm.
but I like the fact that you persevere.
Yeah,
And I know it probably takes a toll
it does.
to persevere because people only see what you push out, not what you go through.
Hmm. Yep.
So, what is your advice to someone? Okay, I'm gonna say not someone. What is your advice to me and Shannon, who in the short period we have been doing this?
Hmm.
We learned you can't trust everybody,
Absolutely not.
and there's always snakes, even
Slithering.
though they may seem like angels.
It sits
Um,
right in front of you. Absolutely.
what is your advice to those who wants to do what me and Shannon did? Start a event, uh, awards, and be like, I wanna be on the foundation that K Renee have built. What do you say to them? What do you say to us?
Um, take your time. Absolutely be mindful of the people that you allow in your space. Um, Know who you're working with.
Mm.
That is one thing you have to always do. I even as an author, um, you have to know who you're writing for. So when you're doing those things, you on your end in the business sector of it, know who you're working with,
Mm.
um, and be diligent. Be diligent in everything you do. If this is your calling, this is what you want to do. Be diligent in it, and know that you're doing it. Know what you're doing it for. It's not for to make an income off of. It is just that you're trying to bring the authors to the forefront and in a space where the readers are,
Mm.
and the readers in a space where the authors are.
Mm.
There used to be a time where authors and readers never really met.
Mm.
You know, it used to be a privilege for a reader to meet their favorite author.
Mm.
And now that we have the socials, it's so easy for
Yeah.
a reader to pop in an author's inbox and either be negative or be absolutely amazing.
Mm.
So
Mm.
for you all, when you're doing this, just keep pushing. Don't allow the negativity to take over because it will absolutely do things into to your mind that it just makes it, hey, why am I really doing this? Should I ask myself that all the time. Damn, if they don't want it, I should just save my money and just keep moving.
Yeah.
Write my books and count my wealth. And it's not about bragging and boasting and
Mm.
saying, oh, I got the money to do this, or oh, she's just showboating. No, I'm not. I had all of this before I started writing. You know, I bought a car. The biggest ticket item I bought since I've been an author is I bought a car.
I hate. I hate myself. This is just me. I'm not even speaking for Shannon. I hate when people think you try to do it for clout.
Hmm.
They don't believe that you actually are in love with the literary part of it.
Hmm.
They think that you are literally here to do it because you for popularity reasons. I
Hmm.
don't even fucking like people. No offense to none of y'all, but I don't like motherfucking people. I can enjoy my own company every
Hmm.
day, all day.
Hmm.
But it's because of my love for books I want to do this.
Right,
You know
right.
what I'm saying? So um I hear what you're saying, and it's just like, man,
It can be tough.
it's tough.
Hmm.
It's tough because boy, the head is out, and this motherfucker is wild.
Yep. And
Wild.
I really wish that, it is successful. I pray that for you guys because, and just because I'm doing it over here doesn't mean that I'm gonna hate that you're on you guys because you're doing it over there. No, I'm gonna support it. Of course, like I said, I even reached out to y'all several times myself. Hey, do you have any more seats in Houston? I want to come to Houston. And then when I went to Estevan and say, hey, see if they got any seats. A Lewis, see if they got any seats for Houston. I want to go. I want to support. It just didn't work out for me. But
Yeah.
that doesn't mean that I'm not going to try to show up somewhere else or be a part of it, even when you roll around and you guys are doing it next year.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and even with the Gem Awards, you guys can come over there and help out, be a presenter over there. Just be a part of the whole Gem Award weekend. That's what we want for everybody. And just because I'm doing it doesn't mean that I gotta stop and be all soaking in the background because you're doing it. That makes no sense. That
I
absolutely makes no sense.
I think I think with the situation where people feel like it's one or the other.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It
I
should.
ain't gonna say I ain't gonna say too much online, but I ain't gonna say too much. Not too much because I'm too crazy and they don't want these problems.
Mhm.
So I will say sometimes it's very great to have discernment
Yeah.
about the people who are, and I understand a lot of people sometimes are wolves in sheep's clothes.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't see it until you see it.
Right.
And
Absolutely.
I think that in this literary space,
Mhm.
especially black literary space,
Absolutely.
um, there are a lot of people that want to see you fail.
Absolutely.
But once you fail, they don't want nothing to do with you. Once you crash out, they don't want nothing to do with you.
There are some. Yeah. Absolutely.
Um, but then there are those who really want to uplift you.
Absolutely.
And
And
you have to surround yourself with the ones that want to uplift you. Because
yes.
the ones who don't are going to try to keep you away from the ones they feel will uplift you. So they're trying to keep you in this fog of bullshit.
Yeah, and I think that when it comes to that, the authors have to actually make your own decisions. Don't allow
Mhm.
other people to step into your space
Yeah.
and persuade you in a negative light because you absolutely don't know a person until you meet the person and get to learn the person. So just based off of have you ask yourself that the person that's doing it, hey, have you met this person before? Have you actually ever spoken to this person before? How do you know this person is this way if you've never done any of that? But you got people out there that were folk are just different, People were just brought up different. I came from the South. Doesn't mean anything because I came from the South. We were raised differently. People in the city were raised differently. People in
Yeah.
Chicago, that are from Chicago are raised differently. It's just a different walk of life. And my walk was very different. You just never know who a person knows until you actually learn them.
And that's facts. I always say I'm an educated thug. I have many degrees. I have
Yeah,
many degrees, but I'm thuggish as hell, hood
I
as
do have
hell.
degrees as well. Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
and
So,
that plays a part in the business mindset of it all too. Like I have,
mm-hmm.
my degrees,
Mm-hmm.
my education, where I worked prior to coming into the industry, is totally different for some people. You know, I was a manager. And a lot of people are like, oh God, I worked for Sally Mae Student Loans for years.
Oh, you was the
I was the They call me the op now. I've heard I've been the op for a long time, but for that, yeah, for years. For years I was a manager for Sally Mae. Yeah. Now Navient. Mhm.
oh. I'm still in school, so I'm getting another degree. So I'm just like, ugh.
So when I left, I left because I started writing. That was the job that I actually. Well, but all my friends still work there. All my manager friends, everybody still works for Sally Mae, a Navient. So yeah.
Girl,
Hmm.
ugh, God, I hate them so much. I ain't
Yeah.
never see my tuition get that damn high.
Oh baby, it'd be bad.
Oh my
It'd be
God.
bad.
So tell me one thing that you have for yourself that you want to happen in the future in regards to K Renee and her businesses.
I want to grow. I have so much more to learn, but as an author, I want to grow. I
Mm,
want to be bigger. Some people are like, oh, she's already there. No, I got a long way to go. Even though I have readers over here, and people think I have a large fan base or reader base, probably
mm,
so. But there are so many more readers out there that I
mm.
haven't even touched the surface that don't even know who K Renee is. And like I haven't even been on the TikTok side.
I know. It
Yeah.
was a struggle trying to find your ass. when I was trying to do your
I haven't
review.
even been. I don't even know how to operate TikTok like that. So, and as you know, my friends, Eshivon and even Master's like, I'll show you, I'll help you. But and that's so, that's how amazing people are. They don't have to do things like that.
Yeah, yeah,
Authors are out there. If you, I mean, sometimes show somebody else something because, like I said, I got all these readers, but I'm not on TikTok. I'm on it, but I don't.
yeah.
I'm on it, but I don't know how to work it. So
Well, it might not fucking matter after the 19th, so
yeah, I know,
maybe
right?
it don't even fucking matter at this point.
That's a bad thing, man. I hate that. I hate
I
that.
mean, just I honestly, if you want the truth, I feel like it's not going anywhere.
I think they're gonna fight for it.
Yeah, I feel like it's not going to grow anywhere, but I do feel like it might change hands who owns it.
Yeah.
That at least the American leg of it. That's the only thing I think might change. But
Mhm.
I don't think it's going to go in because it makes too much money.
Mhm. Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? And as authors, I've always said y'all need to come on TikTok because y'all have such a large fan base over here.
Yeah.
I know y'all Facebooked it down.
Baby. Yeah.
I can't get jiggy with that shit. But uh, I know y'all Facebook it down or Instagram or the X app. I don't like none of them.
Mhm.
I like this app.
Yeah.
I don't like going to all these other apps, but I didn't had to download them because of everything that's going on.
Yeah.
So how do you do your marketing?
Um, I do a lot of paid promotion, paid
Mm.
marketing. But I gotta get to this TikTok side if I can get it before it goes, or trying to get my brand out over there on this side of the spectrum.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of paid marketing. I'm actually looking to bring somebody in, a marketing person in to kind of like, because I'm gonna need it, especially for this app.
Mm. How many people you got working for you doing your shit?
Um, On the back end, it's not that many, maybe 6, 7. But when the app comes into play, we're gonna
Really
gonna
need
bring
to.
some people in.
Yeah, that's gonna be a lot of work. An app. Okay,
Yeah.
you have an app, a
Mhm.
publishing company,
Mhm.
awards, book
Mhm.
signings. That
Yep.
that's a lot.
Mhm.
What's self care
That's
to
why I
you?
slowed up on the K Renee experience.
What is self care for you? Because when do you have fucking time?
Oh, we don't. I just said to my husband last night on the way from the airport when he picked me up, and I said, "Oh my God, I need a vacation." So, but I mean, we do find time to go on vacation now, but it's like now that he's heavily into law and working, as a lawyer, it's not like it used to be where he could just fly off to wherever we want to go. You know, if he got court on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, judge don't care about that.
True, true, true.
No, yeah, it's different.
Because I know I have to take a semester off of school so I can focus on the Boozy Book Tour.
Mhm. Mhm.
And I'm just like, I had to choose.
Yeah.
Am I going to finish this degree right now
Yeah.
or come back to it later?
Yeah. No,
So
you're gonna finish it. You need to finish at some point.
I mean, I already got my degrees. This
Mhm.
was just something to have because of the business venture I'm going into.
Right.
But honestly, I really don't need it. It was just look good on
Okay.
paper.
Yeah. Okay.
I got a biology degree. I'm good.
Yeah.
But this degree was more so for the business venture.
Okay.
But I learned the hard way in Houston.
Yeah.
I was in Houston doing finals and stressed. I'm not doing that no more. I gotta take a semester off until things calm down.
Yeah.
I get it. I hear y'all. I can't wait till y'all come to Chicago. We'll be in Chicago October 16th, I think. Yeah. But so what are you looking for now as far as I know you said you close it off for the authors.
Mhm.
If an author, after you open it back up, what should they have for you to be besides don't go in her spam, email her. Um what should they have in regards so you can look at them? And when can we expect the app to make a debut? And tell us the dates of the Gem Awards and when the tickets possibly might go out.
Um. So I had to catch all of that. So for submitting a submission to K Renee Publications is just submitting 5 chapters of your new work. We don't take anything that has already been published. Um, with KRP, I do allow authors to release books independently because I don't feel like I'm a little different. I don't feel like I need to hold you hostage, and I don't even say it's hostage, holding you hostage in my contract. You're going to be in my contract, and you're going to fulfill the contract. You will fulfill the contract, or if you ask to be let out of your contract, I'll let you out because guess what? I'm not holding anyone to my company that doesn't want to be held.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Right? However, whatever was in that contract will be binded until I say so.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and most of the time I don't stand on whatever that contract says. It says 7 years to hold your rights, but I might be generous to say, hey, here you go, Merry Christmas, just to move on, but 5 chapters, that's it. That's all it takes for you to submit to us. We'll read it. If we like it, we'll get back to you and move forward to have another meeting with you.
Mm-hmm.
If we don't, we'll try to reach out and tell you that we don't, or what we don't accept about the submission that you came in with.
Okay, when can we expect anything from the app that you have going? And what is the name of I'm tired of calling it the app.
I think I called it the Literary Lounge. I ain't worked on the app in so long, girl. I don't even know what name I named. It is I think it's the Literary Lounge. I don't know. I have to let you know. I'm gonna post it. I'll send it to you.
Okay.
But we're thinking maybe March.
Okay.
We have to meet up with the developers, um, just to go into it and making sure that everything's right. So I'm thinking maybe March that it'll be ready to go.
Explain to everybody because I saw some new people coming in. Explain to everybody what this app is.
It is a app that is similar to the KDP Amazon Kindle app. You'll be able to read your favorite author on there. You'll also be able to have a social media side to the app where you can post about books, whatever you want to post about, basically. And you'll be able to converse with the authors on the app.
Mm-hmm. Now, the Gem Awards and the
Mhm.
K Renee Experience are tickets available,
They have been available, yes.
and
The
how much are they?
the tickets range. So the Gem Award ticket is 110.
Mm-hmm.
And that's because the level of what we give at the Gem Awards for the Gem Award a night, people are like, oh my God, but y'all have no idea when we get, especially if we go to a hotel, baby, they charging 125 a plate.
I'm so happy you said that. Shit. tired of people. Sick of y'all shit.
125 a plate. And you should see me begging. I swear, I ain't never begged like I begged before when I'm negotiating for the gym awards. But and even with like say for instance this year we were at a hotel when we had the gym award weekend, and for the meet and greet where they walked around and served just hors d'oeuvres all night long, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they gave champagne.
Mm-hmm.
That alone cost me about, I think it was like $90 per person, but the ticket for the meet and greet was 75.
Yo.
And I try to do it where um I'm not overpricing the people that are coming, the authors and the readers, because I know if it gets too high, they're not going to support it, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But in the midst of all those things, we still have to pay for decorations, the food. We have to pay for I pay out of pocket for my staff to come in, and some of them even still donate their time.
Yeah.
They don't charge me a lot. Or, hey, Kay, I'll pay for this and you pay for that. It's just one of those things where it's called philanthropy, giving back, being a part of something. And when I say that I have the most amazing staff, I got the most amazing staff. And there are just so many things. So that's why the ticket prices are what they are. 110 for the gym award. If you're going to be inclusive to the whole weekend for, but not an author, then I think it's like 235, and that's for all events.
Mm-hmm.
The meet and greet, the gym awards, and the brunch. Of course, you can come into the book event for free. There's no charge for that. But yes, those things cost. And if you are an author, um, then I think it's 385,
Mm.
and that's for the whole weekend. So you get a table at the book expo. Normally, that's 175 by itself.
Mm-hmm.
You get to go into the meet and greet. You get to go into the gym awards and have everything that's going on, and the brunch. So all of that for 385.
I totally understand because the Southern Marriott in Tulsa charged us 20 G's.
Yeah.
We paid 20 G's
Yeah.
for the melanin ball there for this happening in February. So that's why I said people don't understand why tickets be certain prices.
They don't.
Y'all be getting it cheaper than you should be getting it.
Yeah. Yep.
But we try to look at the fact that it's expensive already. Mm-hmm. So we're trying to help you out.
And then me with the awards, I'm not going to even talk about the awards. Like last year, the first year I gave them glass. It was a glass award, right? So I tried to be bougie, and I saw a crystal award for this year.
How much did that cost?
And I said, "Ooh, I'm gonna give them crystal." There were so many things that went wrong with that, but it was costly. Per award, it is costly. They got crystal, and I'm gonna stick with it. But the award that I chose for them, they ran out. I was like, oh God.
Ooh, Jesus.
So we're actually waiting on awards to come in. People that won awards that wasn't there. So the people that were there, I knew they were coming, and so their awards were printed. So that's another cost, when you don't show up to get your award, and all that stuff has to now be transported back to my home. That's another cost. So what I did this year was I found out who was coming and who wasn't.
Yeah, yeah.
So I had awards printed for those that were coming, and then we sent a list for those that wasn't coming, but to go ahead and print their awards, paid for it, blah, blah, blah. Everything's paid for. But they ran out of the awards, so it's on back order.
Good God Almighty.
Yeah.
Please, Jesus, work with us. You and that Billy Goat, please.
Yeah. And all I want is the rest of the awards. So I may have to choose something different for, 2025. But
my God.
they have no idea on the back end. And it'd be like, oh,
Ah,
get my award, or oh, she's bullshit. And I'm not bullshitting, baby. They just ain't got it. And I was just been fighting. Even AA said, why don't we just go ahead and pick another award and give them that? But I wanted them all to have the same one for 2024. So
yeah,
we'll see.
see, I'm holding this cross for dear life like I'm clutching my pearls because I swear, when I was watching y'all do book events before we did a book event, I never knew how hard it was doing a book
Yeah,
event.
very hard. Very
The
hard.
back end of everything is
Hmm.
always somebody fucked up some shit.
Yeah.
Something was missing. Somebody didn't reply to an email, so you ain't even know what the fuck was going on.
Hmm. Hmm.
Last minute shit. I,
It's tough. It is tough. It is tough. Just want people to understand the back end of it and know what we go through. 'Cause it's tough. And then when you don't got enough money, you didn't raise enough money. Let's just say that when you didn't raise enough money, and then you got to go digging into your own pocket, it's tough. Especially when you getting that negativity on the front end of it, So I'm like,
yeah,
but that's it's. I try to be reasonably priced with the gym awards, but that's where we are. Trust me, it's definitely over. I'm giving the tickets on the low end, and then I run specials because I be feeling bad. Like, dang, I be feeling bad because they have to now still run a special. Like I was doing a author's package, $275 and $300 to give them an opportunity to be there. And I don't think I'll run them again. But I don't know. You never know. I might do it again.
I think
But if anybody's on here that wants to come, that's on this live, hit me up. Maybe I'll give you a discount.
you heard her. You heard her.
Yeah.
I think we have been lucky in regards because we're small.
Hmm.
Um, and we had sponsors. So
I had no
I
sponsor.
see.
None.
I y'all the sponsors. Y'all the sponsors.
Yeah,
Y'all the
you readers,
sponsors.
everybody, readers and authors, absolutely the sponsors. I have anybody that we're going to try this year to get some for next year, but
Mm.
we don't have any sponsors at all. The only sponsors is me and my husband, outside of ticket sales, and my staff for just lowering their, helping out with their travel and things like that, their rooms.
Well, if you need help, let me know because I have learned that I have a knack with making sponsorship packages. Didn't know I could do that until I got this shit going. But and I actually, for somebody who don't like people, can actually talk the shit out of a sponsor. I didn't know that. Maybe because I don't like people. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, it's just definitely gonna need some, but I just want to get the reader base out there because
Yeah,
we're gonna need that support. And I know that there's a lot of events going on in Atlanta, but the Gem Awards is important, because we're celebrating these authors, and not
yeah,
just these authors. We're celebrating people like you, the book talkers, and people that are putting out um, our work.
yeah,
That's important. The readers. We're
yeah.
celebrating the readers. Um, you know, I hope that we can get more readers involved in this part because the authors, it's important that you come out and support these authors. You get to actually sit there and converse with them, and that's
But
the biggest part.
but that's also you getting on TikTok.
Yep. Hmm.
You got because you have a following over here.
Hmm.
You just not over here.
I got to get on it.
Yeah.
I think the last time I came on was posting my Christmas trees.
What in the fuck? What? What in the fuck?
I posted my Christmas trees a couple of weeks ago, maybe a week ago. I don't know, but
That is not the answer,
I
LaShonda.
know, I know. So
No. Y'all be killing me.
I'm sorry. That's what I'll be doing.
Y'all gotta
I don't even be
mark
posting the
it.
books. I don't. I think I post on there, but I haven't posted in a long time. Like I'll post my
Nah.
catalog, but I don't even post the books over there.
You need to hire somebody to be posting for you regularly.
I do. I do need that.
A lot of people don't even know how you look.
Nope. Mm-mm.
Lord Jesus. Y'all gonna have to get off Facebook as much as y'all on Facebook, man.
Yeah. I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna get a class. I gotta get a tutorial first, and then I'm a, and then and then I'll try it. Maybe I get one of my daughters to help.
Lord Jesus.
They'll be like, I'm too busy for you, lady. I don't have time to sit and do your stuff.
Lord. Well,
I'm coming. I'm coming.
I hope you do get on TikTok. But
Hmm.
like I said, I don't think the app's gonna go anywhere. I just feel like it's gonna shift ahead.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's going. They gotta kind of agree to some stuff, and if they agree to some stuff, then
Yeah.
it's not going to go anywhere.
So I have two more questions for you.
Hmm.
You take a lot of romance that is urban fiction and contemporary, right?
Hmm.
What about fantasy and paranormal?
Oh, you mean for as an author?
Mhm.
Absolutely. Yeah. Oh, I thought you mean me writing it. I'm like, girl,
Why
no.
wouldn't you write it?
I can't do it. I can't do it. I wouldn't be able to do it, Lord. I don't think I could do it. Paranormal? No, my shit'll be the it'll went left. I'm telling you no. But yes, yes, as an author, you can submit.
So I saw some fantasy authors come in here, and I know y'all independent. I mean, I mean, she is a
Hmm.
publisher. She a good publisher. She got some hitters on her team. You
Hmm.
know, just saying, submit your stuff.
Yep. Hmm.
Let's, there go Bonnie motherfucking Blanco. That's the hardest motherfucking name in the game. Um, but and then my last question is, what is your advice to authors who are new authors who are trying to get their feet wet in the independent literary world, trying to query and all that stuff? What is your advice to them in regards to starting their career out, and what is the one thing they shouldn't do?
As a new author, it is important for you to learn everything you can about the industry in regards to books. You know,
Mm-hmm.
even though I am who I am in this industry, there's still so much that I have to learn as a
Right.
writer. I don't. There are certain things I would say that I'm new at still. You know, we all started where you are, and it's okay to ask for help. It's okay to not know something, but in order to get where you're trying to go, you gotta keep your head down and know this industry. And the best thing that you can possibly do is stay out of the negativity.
Mm.
Stay out of the negativity as much as you can. I know it's hard to do sometimes when anyone drags you into stuff, but try to just. It's a way to when you're branding yourself, brand yourself in a way that you want people to look at you. Because remember, they're looking at you, they're watching you. Because there are readers that love the negative stuff, and that drives them, right? But there are
Mm.
readers that don't even want anything to do with that. They don't want to see that. And they shouldn't. They shouldn't see authors bickering back and forth with each other. I hate that. And I hate that I have to even go through that. But there's so much that I can that I'm gonna take. And
Mhm.
that's just period. I'm not gonna take you're talking too much shit to me.
Yeah, yeah,
You know, so but do your best to keep your head down. Do your best to learn as much as you can. And if you don't know something, just maybe reach out and ask somebody. You can jump in my inbox and ask me whatever you want. If I don't know it, I'll find out for you. That's just how it goes.
Well, I just want to say I appreciate you for doing the things that you do. I know when we first met, I was on a mission to beat somebody's ass, but
Yeah.
but in all actuality, I do appreciate everything that you do. Um, and you are like the foundation that we are going behind, so build upon, so more people can come and do the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I appreciate you giving a space for authors, especially indie authors,
Yeah.
because traditionally published, they don't give a fuck about us.
Right.
Even the ones that are assigned to them, they don't give a fuck about them. So I appreciate you for giving that space. I appreciate you for doing the awards
Thank you.
because not enough of y'all get y'all flowers in the first goddamn place.
Mm-hmm.
And I appreciate you for keeping it classy, even though people be trying to try you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? One day I'm gonna learn that. One day I'm gonna learn to keep it
Okay.
classy. Uh, but it ain't gonna be no time soon. But I'm gonna learn it one day. So
Yeah.
I appreciate that, and I appreciate you.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate you for supporting me. I appreciate a lot of the readers and authors out there. So if you are a K Renee fan, thank you so much for supporting me for the years that you have. And if you have not ever read a K Renee book, you need to go get it. Just pick up one. Love by Billionaire, His Love Was Law. Any of those books will bring you out of whatever you're going through, or just giving you those all those good feels. Just I'm a funny ass person. I may not look it, and I may not act like it, but I'm a hilarious person.
She sure the fuck is. That damn cartel shit,
Oh my god, the Carter Cartel was something. Yeah.
man. Man, that's like my favorite cartel book. Like
Mhm. Yeah.
bruh,
He didn't give.
not one fuck. He ain't even got a fuck to give.
He didn't.
And I loved every second of it. All the books. Y'all gotta read them. I'm telling y'all.
Absolutely. And my character Gabe, I see somebody mentioned him. Oh my God. Gabe is like an all time a fan favorite. If you don't know who Gabe is, you need to go find out. Read A Real One Captured My Heart and go find Gabe. He is the absolute most funniest person. And I think you met Gabe in Lynx Carter because Gabe is the dad of Lynx's wife. I think Gabe put their baby out the door.
They're all fucking nuts. They're y'all. Look, I gotta pull my locks down. They're all listen to what I say. They're all fucking nuts.
Right.
If you
Yeah.
want unhingedness, romance, and fuckery, and him knocking the Sonic coins out that motherfucker, get that serious.
Yeah.
I
Lynx
swear to
Carter.
God.
Yep. He is something.
But once again, I thank you. I can't wait to see what's going on. I hope I can come, but the way shit is looking, who knows?
Yeah.
But if y'all haven't got y'all tickets, y'all need where can they go to get the tickets?
LiteraryGemAwards.com. I think it's .com or .net. You see how I be so discombobulated. But you can also reach out to me on Facebook. I think I'm Karen Renee over there, and on I'm author K Renee here on TikTok. But reach out to me and I'll get you over. But it's the LiteraryGemAwards.com. And you can get your tickets there. For the people on here that wanna, get Just say you saw it on here, and I'll give you a discount on your ticket.
Don't never say ain't nothing pop off when you got on here when I was on here, okay? She just
Yeah.
gave you a whole fucking discount.
Yep.
Just saying.
I'll give you discounts on your tickets for all access passes
And what would be
and
this year?
author packages if you want to be an author at the K Renee Experience. So we'll have author packages. I'll give you a discount on those as well.
Remember, you got to say that you was on Black Girls Hired Book.
Yep, you got to say that you came from here and you saw it here. Absolutely.
And where is it going to be located?
It is going to be located in Atlanta, Georgia, July 18th through the 21st. We do not have a venue yet. We're still working on those details, but they will come. We are trying to get. It's going to be hosted by comedian Corey Bell from Chicago, and then we're trying to get another co-host or a visitor to come in. Last year we had Tyler Lepley. We've been in talks with a few celebrities, so we'll see who can come through for us.
Oh, question. Are you doing any audiobooks for your books?
The Carter Cartel. I have no audiobooks, but the Carter Cartel is going into audio links. Carter will be coming out, I think it's January 14th.
Wait, whoa, before we even get off of here. Whoa, who is the narrator? Because can't nobody just play him.
Midnight Michael.
I ain't never heard of him.
Midnight Michael and Nicole Smalls are the narrators for the Carter Cartel.
See how I'm about to stalk somebody's page? Because I need to make sure they're doing it right.
They have,
For my
that's
fucking
why
book.
my books aren't in audio, because I've been so picky about my characters, especially the comedic characters. They play a major role in a lot of my books. It's gonna be hard as hell to cast somebody for Gabe.
And what was his name? Midnight?
Midnight Michael. hmm
I'm on your ass, boy.
And Nicole Smalls. So I'm interested. This is my first audio for any of the K Renee books. So I'm interested to see how. I haven't even heard the samples yet, so I'm interested to listen to the book.
And they better do my boy
I
right.
hope they do good. Yeah.
They better do my boy right. So, last question. Do you want any of your books to ever go to film or web series or any of that?
Absolutely. So After the Rain is already in screenplay. We were going to start shooting After the Rain in September of this year, but things just kind of went haywire, so I wasn't able to get around to it. But I'm hoping next year we'll go ahead and be able to get After the Rain and put it in film. After the Rain did numbers for me. It was my it book. Um, After the Rain went number 9 in the paid store on Amazon, single digit ranking, and it went number 1 all in all genres.
Damn.
So it was at a time when Sister Soldier came out. I think I released After the Rain like 2 days.
Yo, we do not speak of her ass after this last. We do not speak of Sister Soldier.
It was when that book came out. And I said, "Oh Lord," I don't know but yeah, it did well. It did. It was my breakout book for
The
sure.
reason why I say that is because I don't know, because you don't be online like that. Your ass be too fucking busy to be online. But there is a film company, Rowdy Gun Shy Film Productions. They're an indie company, and they're making independent Black and POC authors books into indie films, web series, and scripted podcasts.
Okay,
So
give me their information.
I would love for that cartel series to be a web
Be on
series
film.
or movie.
Yeah, we got to go through all the rest of them before we get there. It's so connected.
But see, I started there.
But I'll tell you, you missed out on so much more.
Why are you trying to make me go
You
all?
gotta know who Joel's Kasam is. If you don't know
Okay,
who Joel's Kasam is, Lynx Carter's nothing.
okay. How many books back
A
do
lot.
I gotta go?
You maybe read Love by a Billionaire. And oh, and somebody down here says Daddy Truth. Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Let me write this shit down.
Yeah, you're right. A lot. A lot. You gotta go back a lot.
Oh my god.
Love by a Billionaire. You gotta meet Malay. You don't even know who Malay is. That's
Okay, what's the first book you wrote?
Love by a Billionaire.
I'm gonna start there. I'm just start the first goddamn book and just make my way up. Cause y'all throwing out titles and I'm like, which? No, I'm just start at the beginning.
Love by a Billionaire. It all starts from there.
Jesus, how many books you done wrote?
I think I'm writing 49 and 50 right now. I'm writing two books simultaneously.
I'm glad this is vacation time for my ass. God damn.
Oh, somebody said they read the whole catalog. Oh, read my whole catalog in a month. Good Lord.
I don't know if I could do a month. I probably could do a month and a half, but not a
I
month.
appreciate you for giving that much dedication to K Renee, for real.
Jesus, I see. I'm just be busy between now and January.
You got a lot. I mean, if you go, yeah, you got to know who they are. Monlay will pull a gun. It's just the way she kill people. And she a grandma.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go all the way back.
Then you got to read about the Diamond Click. Oh,
Women
yeah, they're a group of women assassins.
assassins. Yeah, I'm gonna just. You know what?
Yeah.
I'm gonna start on
Oh, and
Monday.
Trixie, the monkey. Yes.
The monkey.
Monlay got a monkey that get high and tote guns. Yeah, right. Trixie.
Wow. I'm.
Trixie's famous too. Trixie is real famous. She is famous. The readers are asking for a book on Trixie, and they will not get a book on Trixie. I'm not writing about a damn monkey the whole way through. But Trixie does end up pregnant,
How the
and
fuck
she
does?
loves Gabe.
How? You know what? I'm just read. I'm just read.
Oh, and Harry, yeah. Oh yeah, you gotta read. They coming up with they naming all stuff.
Yeah. Like I'm like I'm so. I thought I was doing something. Y'all just burst my fucking bubble. I thought I was really doing some shit.
You gotta read. They gangster. I'm telling you.
God damn. I really was like, yeah, I read the cartels. I ain't did shit.
Lynx Carter has. I mean, Lynx is absolutely amazing, but he has nothing on the Kassams. Nothing.
Okay. I'm just Jesus.
They
I
might slice your throat while you sitting there talking to me. Talking. That's how they work. They're really. They,
Yo. But you know what? I'm a fast speed reader, so I'm gonna make it through probably.
look, they're saying nothing. Everybody's like absolutely nothing. They ain't got nothing on Joelle's
Man.
Kassam. Nothing. No.
Yo. Okay. Last question.
Mm-hmm.
What advice can you give me?
I think you are doing an amazing job by just putting these authors out here on the scene for people that have never heard of us. So it is an amazing thing that you all are doing on this side of the spectrum. So again, be clear about who you allow into your spaces. Be
Mm-hmm.
diligent in everything you do, and everything will prosper for you, especially if this is something you want. It's got to always be something that you want to do, and it's going to work out. Keep doing it, keep pushing. And any advice or anything, if you just want to talk, because we're in these spaces together, doing
Mm-hmm.
some of the same things.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm here. I'm here for whatever you need. Absolutely.
That
Thank you for having me in your space. So I appreciate that.
I appreciate you. You just met me on the day that I was an asshole, but
It's all good. It's all good.
but I do appreciate you. Look up to everything that you're doing.
Yeah.
Uh, I'm trying to be in my Zen phase, but yeah, niggas like to try me. I don't know what about me says try me, but go off, I guess.
Yeah. They do.
But I do appreciate you. I appreciate you as a businesswoman. So I wish you all the success. I hope I do get to make it to the Gem Awards because I really want to see the whole thing and experience it without me working.
Yeah. Yeah. Just
I'd rather
having a
go to
good
somebody
time.
else
Just having a
shit.
good time. Just come and have a good time. That's what it's all about. They be showing their ass when we're in New Orleans, so I think they really want the Gem Awards to go back to New Orleans. I really think they do because they really show out there, and we have a great time. And maybe we'll go back there next year, but we got to just get it right.
Yeah.
We got to get people out to support it. That's the first thing, so that we can do and keep this going. Because right now, I don't know. I don't know how it's going to end up, but I love the Gem Awards, and nominations are getting ready to be announced. Um, and what I will say, you never know what name is going to be on there. I'm going to say it's a very diverse set this time. Um, and y'all need to get y'all tickets.
Facts. I just want everybody. I don't know what it is. I know that I'm gonna get in trouble for saying this, but y'all know I do not care. You got to stop thinking about these popularity contests
Mhm,
and the clickish shit.
mhm.
Y'all miss out on so fucking much when it comes to these great authors. I
Yeah.
saw Tati come in here, and Tati is an author. Then nobody's talking about her newest book coming out, Losing Sight, and it's fucking good. You know what I'm saying? Y'all had the oath, the offer, and all that shit, but y'all not talking about this book. Y'all literally have to support these authors just because they're
Mhm,
traditionally published. They're black.
mhm.
Some traditionally published companies are white.
Yep.
You have to you have to pay attention. When it comes to these book events, when it comes to black, and I'm saying this from the depths of my evil soul, these black book events need our support.
Yeah.
I'm not even just talking about mine, hers,
All
all the
of them.
way around.
Yeah.
Y'all say y'all don't have these events. Oh, I didn't know. I didn't know.
Mhm.
But y'all constantly are so focused on these popular book talkers. Y'all miss out on a plethora of shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Got to support it.
I would say I don't blame y'all, but y'all grown as fuck. You know what I'm saying? It don't take much to do research. It just don't. We're all here.
Mhm.
Even if this app does go away, there's still you still can find Facebook, Instagram, X, fan base, Lemonade, all these fucking Blue Sky, all this shit. So there should be no reason that black events, awards, authors should not be supported.
Right.
And y'all need to stay out their DMs like that if you ain't got nothing constructive to say. And the same goes for authors. Y'all need to stay out these readers' DMs because they be screenshotting y'all shit, and when y'all go off, and it makes y'all look bad for your brand. You know what I'm saying? So just chill. Everybody needs to just chill. Smoke
Yeah.
some shit or something.
Readers, come out and support your favorite authors. You're gonna meet authors that you never knew about at these book events.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and authors support the event so that you can come out and gain these readers that you may not have won't even get a chance to have come on to support you if you don't even come out to these events. You gotta put yourself out there, and show up. I remember I showed up and I only had 4 books.
It's and I need some of you authors and readers to stop telling these authors that got one book they can't come to a book event.
Can come.
Just
Put
stop.
that one book on that table.
Right. Stop saying that shit. And people like Akira, Baby AK, she's a new author. She has like 3 or 4 books under her belt. But she, y'all got, she's a contemporary romance suspense, and she's black. She's black.
And then, authors too, with these award shows, not just Gem Awards, but the award shows. Show up. Get in our faces so that we can see you. If we don't see you and you're not actively just really putting yourself out there so that we can see you, come. It's not going to hurt you to show up. Be a part of it. Get into the events and introduce yourself. Network. These are great networking tools. These events is just you putting yourself out there is going to help you. Period.
You just got to do it. Just saying. Mm-hmm. So on that note,
if you're a new author on here, reach out to me. One new author. The first new author that reaches out to me will get an author package for free.
Yeah, I heard that. All right. So once again, thank you. I want you to enjoy the rest of your evening. Get some sleep.
Got a book. Wintercrest.
Well, never mind. I said get some rest, but
yeah, I gotta finish it up.
But
thank you. I appreciate you though,
and I look forward to hearing more good things about you.
I appreciate you.
All right, so bye, y'all. I need to eat.